Hi everyone! I'm so excited today because it's the start of a journey that has actually begun on my birthday this year on October 18th, where I decided to start video blogging every day on the workbook of a book called A Course in Miracles. This is the German version here. And it has received so much great feedback. People are really getting a lot out of it, and it's of great help and of great assistance in their lives to live a better life, to experience miracles and shift perceptions one at a time. So, and since English I feel like is my second mother tongue, I now decided after I think 75 days or so to also take my English folks, so all of you guys, my English speaking folks, on this journey with me. And so from today on, I will do the workbook in English too. If you're familiar with the Course in Miracles, you know what the workbook is. If you're not, listen up. The Course in Miracles, it is on the first pages. I just love those first sentences. It says, "This is a Course in Miracles. It is a required course. Only the time you take is voluntary. Free will does not mean that you can't establish the curriculum." So this thick book, I know this is the German version, is set up into three parts. It consists of the textbook, a workbook, and a teacher's manual. And I'm going to share with you the lessons of the workbook. They are divided into 365 lessons, so perfect for 1 year, so that we're finishing off next year Halloween. And if you're watching this later, it's completely okay. Jump right in whenever you want to. And the course itself was channeled to a woman called Helen Schuckman in the 70s, and she was a psychologist in New York City, working at Columbia Presbyterian University. And one day, her boss, William Thetford, said, "The way we are working and the way this is going, this negativity all around, it doesn't work anymore. There has to be a better way." And so the next night, I believe, Schuckman had a dream. Helen Schuckman had a dream. And it was from that day on, she started writing out those words in that beautiful book that was translated into all kinds of languages, including German. and it was channeled by source energy, by Christ, by Jesus, actually. And the course uses Christian terminology, but I want to warn you or give you a heads up, depends on how you see it. It is just terms. It's just terminology. And if it uses the words God, Christ, the Holy Instant, the Holy Spirit, etc., it is just terms. And it's universal truths that are within this book. It's universal truths about how to live a better life, how to see miracles in your life, how to connect with the source energy that is around us. And I, for myself, have come across this book 3 years ago, the first time when I was actually living in New York City for an internship. And I was following this great author, Gabrielle Bernstein, and heard about Marianne Williamson. And these women just blew my mind with the messages that they were putting out and out into the world from this very book. And so it didn't really get me on the track to really studying it. I just heard and read a couple of times, but there was nothing consistent. And then this year, all of a sudden, I decided to do the workbook. But to keep myself accountable, I had to do this publicly in a way. And it has brought so much healing to my life. Before I found the course and before I really dove into it and absorbed all its wisdom, I thought that happiness can be found outside of yourself. I thought that if just my circumstances changed, if the people in my life changed, their opinions, their views on life, then I'll be happy. Then I'll have this great, amazing life, supported by everyone, and smiley, happy rainbows and cake pops, whatever. But soon I realized that this cannot be the case. It only starts with me. It starts with my own transformation. The transformation of my fearful thoughts that I surely had, because I wasn't really loving my body that I was in. I wasn't really happy with the relationships that I attracted. And I wasn't really happy with the jobs that I was doing. So I found this course, and it's just a course also for what it has brought to me is inner peace. Amazingly great inner peace. Inner peace in situations where I normally would have freaked out and would have gone into a lot of blaming, a lot of judgment, a lot of fear. And that is what a miracle is. A miracle is merely a shift in perception from fear to love. And that is the main message of the course, that only love is real. Only love is real. I even have that stanced on one of my bracelets here. To remind myself, only love is real. But the infinite, not the humanly made love, the romantic love, because that is always conditional. You only love your partner under certain conditions, whatever. But what I'm talking about is this infinite love that is within you, for you, of you, and all around you. You just have to look at it and absorb it and put all the clouds away that fear and the ego, as the Course talks about it, and that is not Freud's ego. It's the ego that makes you small. The voice in your head, I also like to call it the inner mean girl or inner mean guy in your head that smashes you down when you did something quote unquote wrong, when you made a mistake, when you were not giving all that you maybe could or whatever. But it also is the one that elevates you. That elevates you, but not into beautiful love and acceptance, but into, oh, I'm so much better than everyone. Look at me. I'm so great. Look at my body, look at my career, look at my success, look at everything. That's the ego. That's the ego talking. And we want to free ourselves from that. And that is where inner peace comes in. That is where you can breathe again. Actually. Really breathe. So we will go on this journey together, and I'm so excited because I know what it has brought to me in the past 3 years and in the past 2 months doing this really consistently. It's miraculous. It's just miraculous. Things that would have hurt me in the past, things that would have gotten me to a very, very dark, crazy town in my head, it's gone. It's gone. I'm still sometimes have tendencies of going there, but I know how to bring myself back. I know these truths. I know it. I know it deep in my heart that it is true. And it just amplified this experience when I decided to actually also get trained in working with those energies. And working with that energy that is within me, around you, within you. With this pranic, light energy, with this loving energy. So I got certified to become an energetic healer at the beginning of the year. And this is just an addition that has had this wisdom sink into my entire being. And I guess without this experience of this truth, because that is when you're experiencing it, I wouldn't be able to do those videos right now. To jump out of my comfort zone and out of fear of judgment by you, by whoever, others, and to just get out there and get these messages out there that I so deeply believe in. So I invite you to join me, and I will have a website up soon where you can also see how you can further your experience in it, because this is a training of the mind, and this is so important to train your mind. Your mind is so powerful. We will hear that in the first few lessons. Let me tell you. So it is super important, but there is so much power too if you really experience it too. And I strongly believe that we all have, and I know that we all have this love, this infinite love, this godly spark, this source energy within us. We are part of it. We are part of it. Yeah, and if we will go along for the year, and if you ever feel like you want to go further, I will let you know as soon as this is all done. In the meantime, I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks so much for watching, and you can just go ahead and start with lesson number 1 today. And as I said, if you're jumping in later, make sure that you start at lesson 1. Sometimes I add my own experiences and wisdom to it, so sometimes when you just want to watch later episodes, that's fine too. But make sure, if you want to go on this journey, to start at lesson 1. Until then, I will leave you with that. Remember, only love is real, and a miracle is just one thought and one shift in perception away. Sending you much love.